The peak body for swimming has made an historic decision to effectively ban most transgender women from participating in female competitions. Earlier this week, Pete Stefanovic spoke to four-time Olympic swimmer Emily Seebohm on her reaction to the decision.
I'm happy to finally see a reaction. I'm finally happy that we have a decision and we know where the sport's going and what we're going to be doing. And I'm really supportive of the open category that they're suggesting that they are going to bring into competition, because it gives a chance for everyone to be involved in our sport. I love my sport. I want to share it with everyone. So let's get everyone involved and let's just keep it fair.
So, I mean, but you are supportive of the transgender athletes not competing against the likes of yourself?
Yeah, I think that, with this decision that was made, it was not just made by people that had no idea. It was made by people who specialise in this, who are scientists, who know the science behind it, who could back that decision. And I am happy that there's finally being decision made and we can all move on. Like, we can all just go back to the sport that we love and enjoying it, and know that we're getting in the pool and it's going to be a fair level playing field. Like, that's what we want.
Yeah, it's not an understatement to say the future of swimming was at stake here in some ways, right? Because, I mean, you might have found that some up-and-coming swimmers or youngsters might have thought, well, that's not fair. It's going to be too hard. Why should I bother? I'll pick another sport.
Yeah, like, we just didn't know what was going to happen. And when we just don't know, it's hard to commit fully to our sport if we have no idea the direction it's going to go. I think now that swimming's made a decision, it's going to be interesting watching all the other sports and seeing what they do. Are they going to make things different? Is it going to be the same? Like, what are we going to see throughout all sports?
Yeah. You mentioned you're supportive of this open category, which most people are this morning who've come out and spoken. What's your idea of what that should look like, what form that should take?
Look, all I can go on is we have, a male category, we have a female category. In the Paralympics, we have so many different categories to include everyone. I don't know how that's going to look as to this open category that they're suggesting. I think there's still more discussion that needs to have on that. But I guess we've got our first step. This is literally just the first step in such a broad subject.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose, would you have those who transition from male to female, and then those who transition from female to male, would they go into the open category? Is that how you would see it?
I guess I would see it as, as the open category, there'd probably be two different categories.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice that we can include everyone and make sure that even for them, it's fair as well. Like, to keep them in a category that is going to see them racing people that are very much on that same level playing field. I think that's what we want in sport. We want to see those close, those tough races where it's like neck and neck. You don't know who's going to win. So now this gives us an opportunity to still have that.
Sure. Yeah. Like you said, the governing body, FINA, is still trying to work that out. It's got some time to do that now, at least. When it comes to swimming circles, how much... And you're on the inside, how much concern was there based on the rise of your Leah Thomases of this world?
Look, I think we were more just nervous of what was going to happen. There was so much talk about it and no one was actually willing to step up and say, hey, that's not what I want to do in my sport. So it was like a hard conversation to start. But I think the Aussies girls here were one of the first few to actually stand up and say, oh, hey, I don't think I want that.
Yeah.
For racing. So I think it was good that we could all come together, and I think that shows the culture that we do have in the Australian swim team, that we all stood by each other and, we didn't leave someone out there. Like, just, it's hard. Like, it's such a hard topic. No one was willing to say anything. And I think once one person did, I think it starts that conversation and it helps these decisions get made, because if no one says anything, no one thinks it is an issue.